Solving two-step equations mixed. Here are 4 two-step equations to solve. I will solve the first 2 and you can have a go at the second 2 using my working out to help you. Question A. 4a take away 7 equals 13. So a is being multiplied by 4, then having 7 taken away from it. We find a by using the inverse operation to work backwards. So the inverse of taking away 7 is adding 7. We add 7 to both sides to get 4a equals 20. The inverse of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. So we divide both sides by 4 and we find a equals 5. Remember, you can check by substituting your value for a back in. 4a take away 7 equals 13. So 4 times 5 is 20. Take away 7 is in fact 13. So we know we have solved this equation correctly. Question B. b over 5 plus 18 equals 14. b is being divided by 5 and then having 18 added to it. The inverse of adding 18 is subtracting 18. So we subtract 18 from both sides and this gives us b over 5 equals negative 4. The inverse of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. So we multiply both sides by 5, which gives us b equals negative 20. Now, pause the video and have a go at C and D. Let's check your answers. Question C. 3c plus 14 equals 26. First, we take away 14 from each side to get 3c equals 12. Finally, we divide by 3 on both sides to find c equals 4. Question D. d over 9 take away 7 equals negative 5. First, we add 7 to both sides, so d over 9 equals 2. Then, we multiply by 9 on both sides to find d equals 18. Here are our last 4 two-step equations. I will do the first 2 and you can do the last 2. 25 minus 7e equals 11. It is much more difficult to work with a negative unknown, so to get rid of our negative 7e, we do the inverse operation and add 7e to both sides. So 25 equals 11 plus 7e. Much nicer. We know the inverse of adding 11 is taking 11 from both sides, and we find 14 equals 7e. Then we do the inverse of multiplying by 7 and divide each side by 7 to find 2 equals e. Let's check by substituting 2 back in. 25 minus 7 times 2 is the same as 25 minus 14, which is 11. Fantastic. Question F. 24 over f equals negative 3. Again, this equation is much more difficult as 24 is being divided by our unknown. Even though we don't know the value of f, we know that the inverse of multiplying by f is dividing by f. So, we multiply both sides by f, and we find 24 equals negative 3f. Now, we divide both sides by negative 3. So we find that negative 8 equals f. Pause the video now and have a go at G and H. Question G. 42 take away 5g equals 27. We add 5g to both sides and get 42 equals 27 plus 5g. Then we take away 27 from each side. 15 equals 5g. Finally, we divide both sides by 5 to find 3 equals g. Question H. Negative 32 divided by h equals 4. We multiply both sides by h and get negative 32 equals 4h. Finally, we divide both sides by 4 to find h equals negative 8.